anticipated main event, the championship for Big Rig Betty and Jessie Jones championship titles. This is the Fatal 4-Way Championship title match, and this match will silence the teams that don't come out on top. However, there is clearly an advantage for the fabulous Lana Star to be glowing in the championship status again.
Referee Jeff McGowan, David, has the unenviable task of trying to control this Fatal 4-Way. Princess Aussie and Tormenta in the ring with Big Rigs and Bourbon, as the members of the Fab Four, Miami Sweet Heat and Holly Swag and Penelope Pink on opposite sides of the ring, but got the same treatment, David.
Nigel, I think all the fans at home need to know the special rules here. The ones that get pinned win the match. You don't necessarily have to pin Jessie Jones or Big Rig Betty to win the title.
Yeah, no wonder they weren't necessarily excited about this defense. They don't even have to get pinned. But for Big Rigs and Bourbon, we have seen them be a successful tag team here, and wow, and certainly a win here tonight would cement that legacy.
Well, what that means to me is Penelope Pink, Holly Swag, and the Carlson twins, if they weren't not getting along, I'd wonder if they were all in cahoots here to get the championship titles for Lana Star.
With a pinfall attempt to Princess Aussie. You got to watch out for the blind tags, David, in this matchup. If you're the competitors, you almost want to stay out of all the other corners if you possibly can, although that is a lot harder in this Fatal 4-Way than a normal tag team match. Changing lanes by Big Rigs and Bourbon, looking to retain, but Princess Aussie
pulling back on her neck. That neck being hurt possibly when she was pulled back by Big Rig and Jessie. There's Lindsay getting a hit in on Big Rig Betty into the back as she was thrown in, and now Princess Aussie tags Tormenta in.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about, that blind tag, and Luscious Lindsay just inserted herself into this matchup. Head scissors, and she just landed right on the top.
Luckily, she does a lot of neck exercises. Otherwise, that was a dangerous fall for Lindsay Carlson. Double elbow taking out Lindsay. Up goes Princess Aussie, leg drop.
The Casadora leg drop, and lovely Lori, the twin sister of Luscious Lindsay, in to break it up. Lovely Lori tags into her twin sister. And Princess Aussie now ducks the clothesline attempt from lovely Lori now, who's sent across the ring with the head scissors from Aussie, who hooks the leg now. Could this be enough? No, lovely Lori kicks out. You're bringing up the exercising and the conditioning. They certainly do have that, do the team of Miami Sweet Heat. That's why they are 4 times over former WOW World Tag Team Champions, but also a team that's really well conditioned and has been doing a fantastic job. Princess Aussie and Tormenta, that code breaker followed up by a clothesline from Tormenta.
But Pink comes in to break up the pin.
It is so hard, David, to even think you can get a 3 count in this matchup, with so many competitors on the outside trying to make sure their team wins.
And everybody jumping in, trying to get the pin.
That's right. And
so they're breaking up the action and the momentum constantly.
And now the blind tag. Tormenta is out of this match for now.
Big
Jessie
right hook by Jessie Jones, a Penelope Pink. Penelope Pink taking it across the chin.
And Jessie Jones sending Penelope Pink down with the Southern Sampler. And now Jessie Jones has Penelope Pink in the corner of Big Rigs and Bourbon now with the lock and load back elbows. And Jessie Jones looking over here at the table, and she said, "Kiss my grits, David." And she nailed the kiss my grits on Penelope Pink, now tagging into her partner, Big Rig Betty. Ooh. And there's another kiss my grits from Big Rig Betty herself. Now as Penelope Pink tries to hold on to that bottom rope, but she is drug out by the one half the WOW World Tag Team Champions, Big Rig Betty, and Holly Swag breaking up the cover. Penelope Pink tagging in Holly Swag now.
The The mother's got the daughter, Nigel.
That's right. This is almost a replay of what we saw just a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sure the Big Rig Betty doesn't mind laying hands on Holly Swag one more time. That Pandora's box has been open, and Holly Swag is having to pay the price now as the Big Rig in there, like you said, David, with her own daughter, Holly Swag, in this fatal four-way for the WOW World Tag Team Championship.
Big Rig taught the daughter some respect, but the daughter stayed with the fabulous Lana Star and is still living in the mansion in Beverly Hills.
Hang on just a second, David.
Carlson twins take out Aussie and Tormenta. And there, 1, 2. Jesse Jones almost getting the pin on the daughter.
So much drama.
There's a poke into the eye by Holly. A reversal kick. Holly Swag goes to hit her mama to keep her out of the action. Holly Swag takes down Jones. The Carlson twins allowing the action to play out.
We have to think, David, as long as you can come in and break up the covers, the pin attempts, really it might be smart to stay on the outside of the ring and remain fresh in the matchup until all the other teams get weakened down. But this is now quite the interesting situation now as Holly Swag wound up in the corner of Miami Sweet Heat, and now Penelope Pink taking issue with that as Princess Aussie with that back kick to the midsection of the Luscious One into the ropes now, but reverses the momentum and buries the knee right into the midsection of Princess Aussie, who runs into that big boot of Lori Carlson.
Aussie's in trouble, Nigel, like never before. The momentum has been taken out of her sail, if you will.
What's interesting in this matchup is Sweetie, several weeks ago.
Look at the Carlsons doing double kicks on the former champ of WOW.
So Sweet Heat several weeks ago at the hands of Holly Swag lost that championship opportunity. Then, as we saw just a few weeks ago, David, it was Sweet Heat who came in and broke up the pin that Big Rig Betty and Jesse Jones had on Holly Swag and Penelope Pink. So both teams cost each other those championship opportunities. We thought it might be inadvertent, but the longer it goes on and the more drama we see between these two teams, I don't know. Lori Carlson with that big boot to the side of the face of Tormenta, and even though she's got a mask on, I can guarantee you one thing, that hurt.
That mask doesn't protect her when that boot hits you on the right spot, and now Lindsay comes in, taking it to Tormenta. Now, I don't recall seeing these two in competition with Tormenta, but right now, the action is furious against Tormenta as the Carlson twins take it to the former Mexican champion.
Well, as you know, David, there has been a series of matches between Princess Aussie and her tag team partner Tormenta versus Miami Sweet Heat as of late here in the last few months, and they have taken wins and losses, flipped them, flopped them back and forth between both teams. But now, lovely Lori sent into the corner of Swag and Penelope Pink. Pink tags in and tags Princess Aussie, knocking her off.
She certainly didn't just tag her, she jammed her. Now she's taking Mama down, Big Rig Betty. Pink hits the ropes. Takes down Big Rig Betty, flying her in. Now takes out Jones. Tags Holly Swag, her partner. They seem to be getting along better now, Nigel. And Holly Swag takes her mama down. Here comes Jones to break it up.
Jones does not want to lose that WOW World Tag Team Championship, and especially not to Holly Swag. Holly Swag.
Here comes Mama.
Going for a ride, the Jake Break.
And she takes the daughter right out of the ring with the momentum of the Jake Break. Here comes Lindsay, taking over Big Rig Betty.
German
Lindsay
release
Carlson.
suplex.
She's got it. Jesse Jones comes in. Penelope Pink watching, Tormenta watching, and Aussie. Big Rig Betty out, Jesse Jones out. Here comes Aussie taking advantage of the opportunity, taking Lori down.
What a neck breaker, and now Penelope Pink with the pretty in pink to Princess Aussie and Tormenta in. Catches the boot of Penelope Pink.
Oh my, Tormenta takes her over. Hey, there's the rock in the socks. right to the back of the head of Tormenta.
And that sock just loaded with rocks. And Holly Swag sent face first into the corner now as Big Rig Betty going to town on Swag. Miami Sweet Heat in to save Holly Swag from a beating, or were they just trying to make sure that the titles didn't switch hands? Not 100% sure, but now Big Rig Betty. Both Carlsons on either side, and Big Rig Betty pulls the Carlsons into each other.
And
My goodness!
Holly Swag's got one of the Carlsons down, and Penelope Pink falls over, and we've got a pin.
I never thought I'd see the day when two members of the Fab Four would take advantage of the other two. Fans, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.